So hello everyone, in this video we'll be working on this chat window pop-up. So let's see what is this actually. So if I click on this, then this form appears. You can make it beautiful. I know this one is not looking good, but I just created this for the purpose of understanding only. So you can create any form here and you can send the data to anywhere you want, just a front end. uh, and you can close this form as well, and if you scroll it will stay there. If you click on that, and it will still stay there. So how you can create this in normal HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's see that in this video. So this is actually the form, this one, and we'll be creating it from scratch. So let's do that in a new file. Let me just create one more file called form.html. So we'll be doing all the things from the scratch. So here I can actually do the AMET abbreviation, which you will definitely find in Visual Studio Code if you're using it. In here I can just write any title, for example chat window. First let me just add one heading. Here I can write chat window pop-up. Yeah, that's it. Now first of all we'll be creating this beautiful button with the image. So let's do that. For that actually we'll be creating one div. Inside that I can create any class I want. For example, I can create chat button or anything. You can give it any class, and now I can give it one. No, I don't think so. The ID is not matter here. Let's add some image here, and the image you can add any image. I'll be using the same image which I used here. Let me just grab this src. Here, and in the alt I can write the chat, because maybe it isn't shown, then what should be visible? So only the chart will be visible. After that, in a span I can write something, for example chat with us. The text which is there, you see here, chat with us, that will be there. Let's open this in a new file or a new window. You see that? Let's style it. So actually I can create one more CSS file, because we are doing everything from the scratch. So we can create one more CSS file. Here I can write style. Oh, sorry, it's link src. Yeah, in here I can style 2.css. I can link that file which I'm going to create, style 2.css. Let's just save this. Inside that I'll be just accessing the class first, which is, first of all let me just give body a font family of Arial, this one. Let's just access the chat button. Let me recheck the class. Yeah, this one. In here first of all I'll be giving a position fixed to bottom 20 pixel and right 20 pixel. So everything will be placed here. You see that our button is actually at the top bottom right corner, so that's why I added that in position. In here I also can do one more thing, that is I can give it a background color. I can give the same color or I can give it a new color. Let me just give it some cyan color. I can give it a same color I want. Also, I can give it a color of text white. I can give it a padding 10 pixel. I can give it a border radius 10 pixel or maybe 50 pixel, that will be good. Let's just style the image as well. So I'll be accessing the image like this sentence selector, and let's just give it a width of 50 pixel and a height of 50 pixel and a border radius of 100 pixel. Let's just see that. You see that it is there. I think the color is a little bit lighter, so let me just make it a darker color. That's it. Also, one more thing, they are not aligned, so that's why I'll be adding display flex to them. Align items, so to make them vertically center, and justify content center, so to make them horizontally center. You see that now they are in the centered position. I can also give some box shadow if I want, so that I have given to the earlier one. That's why that was looking like a little bit cool effect. Let me just give light gray or a little bit darker gray. Let's see that. So a little bit shadow is added actually. Also the span, I can style the span that is a little bit bolder, so I can do that. Oh, so the span font weight bold, and I can give it a margin left of 10 pixel and also a margin right of 10 pixel. That's it. Now it's looking cool. Also, there is one hover effect. On hover, it is a little bit down, so that I can do by accessing this div class. I can put hover pseudo class here and make bottom a little bit less than the previous one. So it was 20 initially, so I'll be making it 10 pixels, so it will be 10 pixel down. So if I do that, you see that it is going down, but the effect is a little bit faster, so I'll be giving it a transition. Now it's good, I think. Yeah. Also, I can give it a cursor pointer, so the hand comes there. That will give the good user experience. You see that it's working. Now what we need to do actually is we need to grab this form or create this form, whatever form you can give or create. That depends on you how your style sense is. I'll be creating the same form. On click we'll be showing that. So let's go inside that and create that form. So that is our main feature which we have to show actually. So I'll be creating one more div. Inside that I can specify one class called chat form, and I can give it one ID so we can access it from JavaScript. So I can give the same ID which is the class. Let's create one form here, and inside that I can create one heading, for example in H2 chat with us, and after that I can create one input type email. I can add a placeholder which says your email. After that I can create one text area because there is larger text inside that. That's why I will be creating this text area. Inside that I can actually give it a message called your message. I think that will be good. Now you see that it is created. Actually there are two buttons as well, so that will be creating in a div. So the first button will be uh, of type submit, which will be a primary button. So let's give it a primary class, or specifically primary button. That will be good, I think. Which says send, or the send message. And the other one will be like this, but two things will be different. This one will say button because we don't want the submission, and here it will say secondary button, and the text on the button will be close. That's it. Now this is it. It is completed. Let's style them. First of all, I'll be accessing this chat form class. In chat form, first of all, I'll be giving it a position initially. I'll be making it fixed, just like the chat button. I'll be giving it a bottom 10 pixel and right 10 pixel. Why did I give it 10 pixel, not the 20? Because uh, 20 will be we'll be hiding the button over, like, behind the chat form. That's why I have to give it less than that, so the button is purely invisible, or purely invisible behind this form actually. That's why. Also, I'll be giving it a display, not in this. I'll be giving it a background color. Let's say I'll be giving it a background color of RGB like this, but it will be a different shade, I think. Yeah, that will be good. I think this one should be the color, and I can give it a padding of 10 pixel, and I can give it a text color of white. And if you want to give it a box shadow, so you can give that. Let's give it 3 pixel, 5 pixel, or it says light gray. I can also give it a min height or min width, that which will say minimum height and minimum width. So let's give it a minimum height of 400 pixel, or let's say 300 pixel, and minimum width will be 300 pixel. You see that it is there. Also, I can add a text align center. Okay, now what we'll be doing is we'll be accessing the form, and we'll be making it display flex, and the flex direction will be column. You see that? Now we can style the inputs as well. So we can grab the input, chat form, form input, as well as chat form, form text area. We'll be styling them by giving it a margin first, giving it a padding of 10 pixel, that will be good, giving it a font size of 16 pixel, font family of Arial. Also, I can remove the border if I want, border none. If you want to give it a box shadow, that will be also good. You can give that, and the box shadow color will be gray, I think, and a little bit dark gray. So it's nice. I think the shadow is a little bit larger, so let's make it less than that. Okay, now it's looking cool. And also we have to style these buttons, which is send and close. Let's style them. I don't need you. Let's style them. The button, I'll be first styling the button because I want some common styling in both of them, so that I'll be giving. I want padding of 10 pixel vertically and 30 pixel horizontally, and I want some margin of 10 pixel on a font weight of bold, border radius of let's say 20 pixel, or let's say 30 pixel, that will be good. Let me make the width as well of 50 pixel, that will be good. Let's see the buttons. Horrible. Let's make them 100. And also we want some border none, because I don't want the border or the default borders in. Okay, now it's looking cool. I just want the primary button to be styled, so that I'll be doing. Primary button. Let's give it a background color of, let's say, RGB, the same color. And on hover, I want to change that. The background color will be changed. So it will be like this, or a little bit less than that. Okay. Also the color or the primary text, and the color should cursor should be pointer, so the mouse comes there or the hand comes there. Yeah, you see that. So actually it is working. Now you can also style the other button. Right now I don't need this, so I can remove the class because the styling is looking cool, I think. See that. Also I can give a box shadow because that will make a difference. Box shadow, 0 pixel, 2 pixel, 3 pixel, gray. Also the pointer should be on both the buttons, so I'll be making it globally on this button tag. The shadow is not good. Let's make it darker. Yeah, that's it. Both the buttons are created. Now we have to add some JavaScript so they can actually be working, these buttons. So let's add that inside the internal JavaScript. Let me just create one script here. And in here, first I'll be grabbing my form, which is, I think, let's just give it a variable of my form. And I can grab that by using document.getElementById. by ID. And I can give it chat form ID, which we created here, remember? Yeah. Now we can create two functions. One will be the close function, or let's first create open form function. Inside that, what do you want actually? We don't want to show this one, this chat form. And for that, I'll be just making one style change in the chat form. We added display flex, we added position fixed, and but we didn't added z index here. So z index automatically will be higher if it is ahead of that, but that makes problem when you have other items as position in your web page. That's why we don't leave this for z index empty. We specify that, so the higher this z index will be, it will come on top of the other elements, so you have to make it higher than the other elements. I can make it 9 or 10, that will be good. So it will always come above. And now we can style my form dot style. I can add some style of display. So if it is open, then we'll be making it block, which means we are not we are showing the form. And if somebody clicks on this function, which is close form, then we'll be hiding that by adding my form dot style dot display equals none. So this simple change will make all the effect. So let's save it and attach some functions there. So on the close button, we actually want to close the form. So we'll be close form. We'll be calling that function on this button. And on this button, on this chat button, we'll be opening the form. On click, and we can open the form. One more style change here in the chat form, that we initially, it was visible initially, right? So we don't want to show that initially, we want to hide that. So that's why I'll be adding display none here. That will hide all the form. Let's just add that, and that's it. Our form is now completed. So let's see that. If I click on this chat with us, that form appears. And if I click on this close button, okay, let's see that.